What's up, everybody? This is Squiggy with the Music Experience and Loudwire's Gear Factor. I'm here at NAMM 2020 PRS booth, hanging out with Dustie Waring from Between the Buried and Me. I kind of want to start in the very, very beginning, right? Before you were a guitar player, before you had that vision and went down that rabbit hole. What was the song? What was the riff that made you want to pick up the guitar?
Probably Crazy Train from Ozzy. Randy Rhoads, he just had like a different sound, and he was like being a kid, he was the first commercially successful guy that was doing the neoclassical thing, and I feel like most people that start playing guitar are really, that style is very appealing, I don't know, I just thought the riff was awesome, and like his tone was different, and outside of Van Halen, he was like, which I love Van Halen, he was doing all the tappy stuff, and just for like the radio, it was pretty like shredding. However that goes.
Do you remember where you were the first time you heard Crazy Train?
In the car with my dad.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Was your dad into heavy music too?
Yeah. My whole dad's side are musicians, so he turned me on to all kinds of stuff. Alice in Chains is still top 2 bands for me.
Really?
Jerry's probably my favorite living guitar player.
Wow.
I love his style and how vocal he is in his playing. Because the older I get, the less I give a shit about. Which is ironic because we do that a lot in the band. But he doesn't waste any time with his guitar work. Having a guy that can write riffs and write 6 solos, and he can just kind of do it all.
Right.
That's like what's always been really appealing to me, rather than just being some shred master. Obviously, I loved like Man in the Box and stuff, but I always liked We Die Young. Remember that one?
I love it, dude.
I think my first song I ever learned was like Louie Louie or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how it goes, but like everyone learns Smoke on the Water and
Right.
Iron Man, then into like that had like just come out. Like we're about to do our US Evening With tour, in the summer, and we'll be playing stuff from the very beginning. We're 20 years old now.
Yeah.
So it's still fun for me to play stuff that came out when I was still a fan.
Any song or riff in particular that really kind of hooked you?
Well, yeah, I was playing it for them earlier, but like off our first record, the More Myself to Kill, all that kind of stuff. It's just real groovy.
Love it. And kind of fast forwarding more to today, what's your favorite riff that you've written, or the one that you just love to play live, or like just the riff that you feel like best represents you?
There's a song on our newest record called The Grid, and it's probably my favorite riff I've written. It kind of turned into a section rather. That whole section's pretty fun. It reminded me of back when all the like shredder guitar players were putting out like solo records and stuff. Reminded me of some. It's very familiar for some reason. I don't know. It just reminds me of that era. Of course, Paul's playing the high octave. It just sounds cool together.
Yeah. You have a signature guitar, right? That how amazing is that for a kid starting with Crazy Train, right?
It's pretty unbelievable, man.
To get your own guitar with your name on it, you designed it, it's all things you. What's that feel like, man?
It's pretty crazy, I've never been one that's like real good at getting attention, so it's, I don't know, I kind of stay pretty modest about it. more thankful than anything, you know. But they were always my favorite guitar brand. I was so blown away just to have one, you know,
Sure.
like just a PRS, and you know how far it's come now. It's a humbling experience, and I still don't even really have words, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear that people like them and they're buying them, and you know, I get messages from people that finally got theirs in the mail, you know, and they're just kind of like, wow, man, what a sick guitar.